Hi, everybody. This is James with Answerbase. Just wanted to give a bit of an update of some things that Google has been up to. I'm sure everybody's heard of the March and April update, their core ranking systems, but there are some other things going on as well that is important for e-commerce merchants to understand. So I'll give a quick high-level overview of what those things are. Also, dig into the Answerbase solution a bit and how we're looking to address satisfying those needs from Google. So the first thing is over the last 7, 8 months or so, you have probably seen changes in how Google is displaying results when it comes to e-commerce searches. If you do a search for dress shoes, as you see here, the first results are no longer category pages from merchants. They have what's called merchant listing experiences that are popping up. So note that these are free listings. The sponsored are up on top, but these are free listings. They have different ways that they are displaying these. You'll see filters on the side on the desktop. You'll also see for some searches, uh, they are in the table, but then other searches, they kind of show some options to narrow your search down into different attributes of the product. So this is important. I mean, this is very visual and engaging for category level searches. These are product pages. So basically any product page with product structure data on it is eligible to be within these results. Google has gone over and has documented what they are doing with these popular products. They call these merchant listing experiences. And this is kind of shaking up how e-commerce searches are coming in search results, how users are engaging with them, and maybe impacting your traffic if you don't have your product pages optimized. And then this is all happening at the same time that Google is focused on rewarding people first content, content made for people, not for search engines. So they have always been communicating that this is what they are focused on rewarding. But over the last couple of years, this has come out in a few different ways, as Google released an update in 2022 called the Helpful Content Update, telling the world to create content for people and not for search engines. And you'll notice when defining what people first content is, do you have an existing audience that would find the content useful if they came directly to you? We at Answerbase, of course, love this because when people do that, they ask questions. That gives you the demand for information that you should fulfill. There are other important things that Google points out here, and I'll just point out one that Google doesn't care how long the content is. So if you're writing for a particular word count, if you think a post or a page needs 800 words to be respected or some kind of minimum threshold, just note that Google does not care. A three-sentence answer to a question can outperform an 800-word blog post. Google wants to reward the pages and the content that the visitor feels they've had a satisfying experience. Many times the search intent is looking for a short answer. So Google is looking to reward the pages that satisfy that. So as they do with some updates, they made this into one of their automated ranking systems at the end of last year, and I think it was August, September-ish of last year in 2023, where they came up with the helpful content system, which is an automated ranking system of how they're going to judge your site and your content and your pages. And then what happened in March of 2024, just in the last few months, is they integrated their helpful content system more fully into their search algorithm, into the core ranking systems. So they have continued to escalate the importance of people first content. We have seen improvements, which I'll note as far as the customers using Answerbase and how their Q&A content is performing, because Q&A content is at its core people first. But it's useful for you to know how this has evolved. and how, along with these merchant listing experiences coming up more and more as the #1 spot, it's important that those pages have that people first content, because that's what pages that provide that Google is looking to reward and rank higher. So we'd be happy to talk through any of the details with you on those. We can schedule a demo and do a deep dive. This is a quick overview for this the purposes of this video. But now I'll dig a little bit into how Answerbase is satisfying this. On the product pages, this is what most people are familiar with. On product pages, there's typically a call to action, letting the visitor know that the Q&A content is available. As they're able to engage with that, they can see the most popular questions. Answerbase ranks these and filters these and sorts these based off what's actually popular and what's actually being searched for. So that's kind of a dynamic FAQ for individual products. As the customers start asking their questions, what we do is make sure that we satisfy the user. So that is the priority on any page. That should be the priority both functionally and with the content, of course. Google takes both into account when it comes to SEO, is what the experience is on the page. You'll notice that that was referenced here. It's not just about the content, it's about the experience. So if you have the information already, the customer should not have to wait. They should not have to even post their question. We can auto-suggest from your product description, your product specifications tables, obviously previously answered questions. And on average, we see 7.5% of engagements with our widgets convert to a sale. So the average conversion rate for an e-commerce merchant is somewhere between 2 and 3%. We see 7.5% for customers that engage with us as they're able to get their answers quickly and go ahead and get on with the sale. RV Upgrade sees that when the answer is confirming that the product is the match, they actually see a conversion 75% of the time. So it's important to serve the customer, confirm the match within answers to questions. You can also link to other products in case the question leads to another product that's a match. But it's all about satisfying the user. We do this on the product page. We also do this on the product category pages as the customer is looking through a particular category of product. If they don't know which one satisfies their needs, they can go ahead and engage there for, again, questions that we already have answers to. We can automatically answer those. For brand new questions, we actually see an 8% conversion rate on those. But the most important part is 21%. It's a little bit over 21% of Q&As have conversion attribution over time. So that basically means that almost 2/3 of the value of you answering questions and sharing your knowledge comes after the first person asked. And that comes through auto-suggesting in the future, but then also being able to recognize what questions are regularly being asked on Google that you have addressed, making sure that those are published in a way we can communicate with Google, understand which of that content Google will index, and then be able to publish pages managing that specific query. Sometimes Google will show a thumbnail image alongside the content. Sometimes they'll just show the content. But we see the click-through rates on these pages are on average 121% higher than a merchant's normal traffic. RV Upgrades actually sees a 5.5 times higher click-through rate to their Q&A content versus the rest of their store. And most interestingly, with them, they see a 2 times higher lifetime value of the customer for customers engaging with the Q&A versus their normal Google traffic. So it pays off to service your customer well, leverage that content to satisfy them via search. So you have conversion through the auto-suggest, you have that content performing for you, and then we have AI-enhanced features and workflows that enables you to do this all efficiently. So we see that as you are publishing these questions, first of all, let's go through what that's done through the core ranking updates that Google had in March. So we have Ahrefs track a large range of our customers in the same report, specifically for those Q&A landing pages. So you will see what has happened. This is a June 1st report. So this covers the 4 months prior to June 1st. And you'll see what's happened to those pages across our customers, where the top 3 positions way up, 4 to 10 positions way up, 11 to 50 positions way up, total organic keywords way up. So Google is practicing what they're preaching. They are looking for and looking to reward people first content. We have seen this, and we'd be happy to dig into other reports related to specific customers and even their Google Search Console reports, which they've agreed to let us share with prospective customers. But that gives you an idea of what's happened through that core update as Google continues to reward people first content. And then we get into the AI features. So we have ways of focusing on your highest value products, your highest value categories of product, and even down to specific blog posts that you've written. We have a conversion tracking code, which you'll put on your order confirmation page. It allows us to recognize which of your products are most valuable. And then through that, we can focus on the highest value products and suggest optimizations and content that you can create to optimize those pages with people first helpful content. So I'll go through the product and the category optimizations real quick. First of all, on the product level, for each product, we know what key phrases are most being used by customers searching through search engines. So we can optimize for those phrases and suggest optimizations for those phrases within the content. We have a few different tabs here available. The first is AI generated and proposed content. We do not publish any of this automatically. This needs to be reviewed. The customers that are utilizing this say about 80% they approve. They do edit or dismiss some. But our goal here is we can read through all your product information. We can identify what questions are answered within that information, and then create Q&A off of that. And on top of just creating the Q&A, we speak to the value of each specification. So there's a reason why you have specifications and details listed, because there's value behind them. So we've trained our AI to focus on the most relevant questions that are most commonly asked related to the products, and then answer those questions, speak to the value of each of those specs, and then also in the same breath, optimize for those short tail phrases. So you'll see an example here, are the foam inserts chlorine and acid free? Yes, they are. But then why are they? Why is it valuable? Because it ensures that there's no chemical damage to your trains. And again, in the same breath, optimizing for those short tail phrases. So with customers going through those AI proposed pieces of content in less than 5 minutes a page. We had one customer report they were going through in 2.5 minutes a page. We told them to slow down a little bit because you do want to make sure you're reviewing this and accept the time savings, but just take care in it as well to make sure that it's going to be helpful for the user and that it's great. And we have seen lift in those short tail phrases. So for this site, for example, they were an average 17.5 position for this key phrase. You'll see that it's taken over the number 2 spot here in those merchant listing experiences. And as you go down the page, you will see it visible in several different areas on the page and throughout these results with both the product pages as well as the category pages. So we have seen lift. We're continuing to collect data on this because it's only been over the last 2 to 3 months or so that we've seen these start to take over the number 1 spots pretty consistently for category level searches. So there's a lot of things changing now, but we'll continue to track and monitor that. And we have seen the position lift with that with this optimization. So there are other ways that we are introducing content opportunities to you. We will feed you with the questions regularly being asked on Google related to your specific products. We do have AI propose an answer for you. We will let you know if Google has identified an answer as the best answer to let you know what you're competing against. But we always encourage you to edit and enhance with your own topical expertise. The reason is because any AI proposed content, we can propose it. Google can also find that. And what Google's really looking for is websites that are actually facilitating the sharing of new, good information. They patented what's called this information gain score that I'll just pull it up here so you can see some details. And if you schedule a demo, we're happy to go through any of this. But they patented the information gain score in 2022. And what that is they're able to read through all these similar pages. So if you're selling the same product or a similar product to many other sites, Google is looking to see who's actually creating information gain, and they're scoring that, and who's actually dumping new quality expertise. So it is important that you leverage your team, you leverage your expertise that you have within your organization. We encourage that. We have workflows in order for you to submit that, to get answered by your knowledgeable staff, and then the marketing team on your end, we can pull that back in, to optimize with those key phrases. But that is important to do. We also do all of this on the category level. So on the category level, we can read through all the details of the products within that category. We can actually see what we should point out. We know what products are converting the most, and then we're able to identify, the consideration when purchasing the product in that category. We can also speak to the value of that and what those considerations should be, but then also point to the products within your inventory that are popular and that are converting, that satisfy the range of options within the inventory for that category. So this automatically link builds to those high value products, which optimizes those product pages for SEO. It's also useful on the category page to point out to lead them to the right product. We do also support those Google regularly asked questions related to that category. And then all of those are optimized for those phrases as well, related to those specific category pages. So these are great ways of you being able to blow through your products, your category pages, again, in less than 5 minutes a page. We have customers going through to optimize those. They're focused on your highest value products and categories, and that creates a lot of efficiency as you're looking to optimize your pages with helpful and people first helpful content. So I hope this video has been informative for you. We are happy to share more information. We have a white paper we have created digging into the Google changes and what Google has said about all of these things with AI and how it should be used and just the people first content and all that. So feel free to reach out. You can schedule a call on our website, and we will look to make sure that you have whatever information you need to understand the landscape and then be able to speak to how Answerbase can help service those needs. So hope everybody's well, and contact us if you need anything. Bye.